working. The same is true with you for the students. What did you do? The hours is intended for your activities. But what have you done? You go anywhere else and do your vlogging and anything para makatour and TikToks and whatsoever. Kaya, that is misuse of your time. Next is hiding or divulging information. Failing to disclose side effects of new medicine or drug released in the market. That is the example. Okay? So, for example, you are a whistleblower. Ang pinakamalaking bagay na hindi dapat i-disclose ay dinisclose mo into the market. So, you fail with this one, hiding and divulging information. Kaya nga ang tawag sa'yo whistleblower. Okay? Another thing is, for example, the medicine that you are what we call this, that you are promoting or doing has a side effect to the children. For example, yung Dembaxa, diba? They did not let the public know that Dembaxa has a side effect to the kids. Later on lang nila na found out na may mga nagkasakit na at namatay na. Okay? For example, your company is doing not right. Nagadistribute dahil mo og product sa inyong, or nagabutang dahil mo og product sa inyong food which causes it to taste good, but it has harmful effects to the body of the consumers. Okay? So what will you do? Are you going to hide those information or are you going to be a whistleblower? Next, employee benefits violation or not paying employees wage-related benefits, example, minimum wage, overtime, pay vacation, and etc. So later on, when you are going to go or to work for a company or an establishment someday, you ask them for your benefits. So, may PhilHealth ba? May SSS ba? May Pag-ibig ba? And so on and so forth na included sa inyo. If none, then the pay should be high. Mahal jud ang bayad, anak. Kay kamo na mismo ang magbayad sa mga insurances or PhilHealth and so on and so forth. Okay? So, if it's not a big company, di ako maniniwalang wala silang ganyan. Kasi required yan ng law. Okay? Next is company resource of use. Okay. So, are you using or are you drinking the liquor inside the laboratory na imbes pang laboratory nyo siya, gisukbit nyo at ininom nyo mismo? That is company resource of use. Okay? That is not for your own consumption. Okay? Did you bring home the bond paper, one ream of bond paper? That is company resource of use. Health or safety violations, non-disclosure of illness during food handling operation. Okay. For example, meron ka palang HEPA, tapos nag-handle ka ng food, nasugatan ka, nalagay yung dugo doon sa food. What will happen to your customers? Of course, there will be contamination and may infection na mangyayari. Okay? Next, falsifying time reports in or worked hours. So sa DTR, have you reflected the real time when you arrive to school, when you go out, or sooner? You have your duty in housekeeping. You arrive at this hour. Have you reflected that in your DTR? Okay? So, ethical dilemma. Ethical dilemma is a problem for a while. Ethical dilemma is a problem, situation, or opportunity that requires an individual to choose among several actions that have negative outcomes. Moreover, it is also said that there is not a right or wrong choice in a dilemma, only less unethical or illegal choices as perceived by any and all stakeholders. So you are in a dilemma, okay? You are in a bridge of a situation wherein both has positive or both have good side and meron din silang mga bad side. So what are you going to do? You are in a dilemma. So take note, in solving ethical dilemma, there has a lot of alternatives or choices. However, those choices has also, it's not right or wrong. Okay? It's not right or wrong. It is just, meron lang talagang less unethical and or less illegal. Less illegal. Okay? So, on resolving ethical dilemma, we have here this following the strategies for resolving ethical dilemma. So we have 5P strategy by Ratkovic Jigovan 2015. We have also Potterbox by Potter and the 7-step method for ethical decision by Dr. Michael Davis. 5P strategy, or transfer this. Okay. 5P strategy. So 5P strategy, P stands for the 5P stands for problems, possibilities, people, principles, and priority. So the first thing, according to the author of 5P strategy, the very first thing that you are going to do when you're solving a dilemma is to find the problem or define the ethical dilemma. Okay, so you define the problem. So the problem is this: who are we going to vote as a president for this 2020 election? Okay, so that's the problem. Possibilities. What will be the end result of all the alternative courses of action? So for example, we have option A, option B, option C, option D. 4 ang tatakbo as president. Example lang ha. Ngayon, what will be the end result? So what are the possibilities kung si A ang iboto mo, kung si B ang iboto mo, kung si C or si D? People, what will be the impact of alternative courses of action to the stakeholders? Okay. So what will be the impact? For example, kung si A ang madaog. Okay, kung si A ang madaog, so the Mindanaoans will be prioritized. For example, the drug addicts will be listened. You're still in dilemma because drug addicts are people and they, di ba? Kaya nga parating may issue tayo sa EJK, extrajudicial killing, kalaban natin ang Commission of Human Rights, di ba, ng government rather. Okay. Next, principles. Action taken must be in accordance with law, industry standards, ethical principles, and organizational culture or other principles. And lastly is priority. Among the list of alternative, which meets the interests of both enterprise and society. Okay. So you are going to weigh all the alternatives, and among them, which is which is more favorable, which is more enticing, which of them is more profitable. Okay? So, yan yung gagawin nyo sa 5P strategies. Una, you define the problem. Then, you have to identify all the possibilities among the alternatives given to you. Then, you are going to see the impact of the alternatives to the people. And then, you must see if there's a principle na nasagasaan or if it's according to the law. And then, what is the priority? Okay, next is the Potter box. So, in Potter box, according to Potter, there are 4, di ba? Ang box has 4 sides. Okay, square. 4 surface. No, it's not surface. But square. Okay. So, there are 4 things that you have to do. First is to define all the facts or issues in the situation. So, that is the definition. So, the same with problem doon sa 5P. Okay? So, you define the problem. Then, values. What values drive or aggravate the situation? So, anong value yung nasagasaan in this situation? For example, this option or this problem. So, ang value of life nasagasaan. Ang value ng time nasagasaan. Or other values that you treasure. So, sa loob ng kumpanya, or if you are working in a housekeeping, tapos may nagnakaw, tapos yung nagnakaw pinsan mo, or your girlfriend, or yung asawa mo. So, what value ang nasagasahan or na-aggravate? Okay? Then principles. What more principles can be applied to the situation? Loyalties. Show active understanding on your own loyalties and why you have them. So, in the situation that I have given, just like you are in a housekeeping and somebody who stole something from the guest is your relative, your friend, or your girlfriend or boyfriend. Take note what is the common good. Okay? It's not your interest, but the interest of the people. 7-step method of ethical decision making. First is you have to state the problem. So, what is the main issue? So, take note, among those 3, ang pinaka-common is yung pinaka-unang step na ginawa nila. It has to state the problem. Kahit kayo, minsan sa bahay nyo, or may relationship problem kayo, do not forget to first identify what is the problem. So, ano bang problema nating dalawa? Wala kang time sa akin. Okay. So, ngayon, what will happen? Gather and assess the relevant facts in the case. What are the relevant facts in the case? O tignan mo sa mga conversation natin. Ilang oras ka nang hindi nagte-text sa akin. Or ilang araw ka nang hindi nagte-text sa akin. Hindi ka na good morning ng ilang araw. Okay, gather the relevant facts in the case. Next, identify the stakeholders. Who are the individuals or group of entities that will be affected by the decision? So, ang decision natin maghiwalay. Gather the facts. Sino yung maapektuhan? Ang anak mo. You have 5 children. So, will you still go for that decision? If ang daming taong maapektuhan with that decision? Next, develop list of at least 5 options. So, plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D, plan E. Okay. So, plan A, ganito. May oras kang mag-text sa akin. Okay. So, dapat ganitong oras mag-text ka or mag-inform ka lang na ganito, may ginagawa lang ako. Sa trabaho, busy ako sa trabaho. Or ganyan. Ganyan, ganyan. Okay. Next, test options. Harm tests. So, itest mo yung option A. So, ilang percent ba? Kung itest natin siya sa harm test, ilang percent ba? Publicity test. Okay. So, kung ipalabas nila natin sa public ang desisyon na ito, will it harm the public?